going to give media just another minute or two, but if y'all could start to find a seat, and we'll be ready to go here as soon as possible. Thanks. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. Giving you a sound check. We good? Thank you. Good morning, and thank you everyone for joining us on this exciting day. I'm Kent Heyer. I'm Assistant Director of Marketing and Communications, and happy to be here. My job today is to just set the table and get out of the way, so let me do that. You're going to be hearing from two people here today from the podium. Mr. Lee Tiemann is Chair of our Board of Governors here at Missouri Western, and then Dr. Elizabeth Kennedy is our President here at Missouri Western. So, following Dr. Kennedy's remarks, there will be an opportunity for members of the media here who are present to ask questions, and then you'll also have an opportunity to do individual interviews if you'd like after that. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to ask Lee Tiemann to come to the podium. Lee.
Thank you, Kent. Appreciate the applause, but I know that's not for me. It's for the person that I have the pleasure to introduce. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to the beautiful, sunshiny day we have here on our wonderful campus here at Missouri Western State University. As Kent said, I'm the chair of the Board of Governors here, and yesterday at our board meeting, we decided unanimously to remove the interim title from interim President Kennedy to name her and enter into a contract with her to be the next president of Missouri Western. As I said, it was a unanimous decision, but that doesn't mean that we took any of that lightly. We had a lengthy meeting. We discussed things from all issues that every board member felt important and relevant. And for the last 8 months, this has been a topic of discussion. This wasn't something that popped up. As we had said, that basically Elizabeth had a 6-month job interview, which we believe as a board that she has excelled at and knocked out of the park. When we named her interim president, the board felt unanimously that she was the right choice to be the interim president to lead this university during the times as they were. And now that has been solidified, and we feel even more strongly that she is absolutely the right candidate to lead us into the future. We'd looked at various options, and once it all kept circling back to, we have the best person already here. And so we are thrilled with that and are excited about being able to move forward with this. Interestingly, in our discussions with President Kennedy, what she stressed the most was she just wanted the tools and the support to be able to lead as effectively as possible and to promote initiatives and support our students, support our faculty as best that she can, and removing that interim title was the real key to that. And so we are very, very pleased with that. In her time as interim president, Dr. Kennedy has worked to provide stability for the university in these challenging times, particularly by providing the necessary leadership to lead Missouri Western through the current pandemic. The protocol that has been established here during the COVID situation with our website dashboard, it has been just a model program. Missouri Western, and through the leadership here, has been just a tremendous example that has been copied by peer institutions and has been a very just tremendous leader in that area where there was no playbook to follow. We needed the initiative, the ingenuity, the creativity that this campus, through our leadership, came up with. She has directed the launching of several of the university's new initiatives, such as esports, which we'll be excited to with our new arena there, and when we can have our public ribbon cutting for that and show that off. It's just the vision that with that and the implementation of that is just tremendous. Our Gold Fridays and expanded other projects such as our Center for Service. Dr. Kennedy has demonstrated a keen ability to connect with faculty, staff, students, and the community as a whole. It is quite apparent how deeply she is committed to the mission of Missouri Western for our campus, our city, and our region. Dr. Kennedy became Missouri Western's Vice Provost in January 2020 after being selected through a nationwide search process. In that role, she focused on a number of elements of Missouri Western's strategic plan, the Pathways to Excellence, including strengthening student success, creating new partnerships, and expanding our unique applied learning principles. Before coming to Missouri Western, Dr. Kennedy was Dean of the College of Applied Science and Technology, as well as serving as Interim Dean of the College of Health Professions at the University of Akron. She'd been at the University of Akron since 1997, beginning as an assistant professor of social science. Her administrative experience began as a department chair in 2002. She became Associate Dean of the College of Applied Science and Technology in 2014, and ultimately becoming the Dean in 2016. In that leadership role, she established key partnerships with local industry and other educational institutions in that region. Her role continued to expand as she added into leadership of the College of Health Professions in 2017. Dr. Kennedy grew up in Kansas City, graduated from Ruskin High School, and still has family in the Kansas City and St. Louis areas. She earned a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Master of Arts in Psychology, Graduate Certificate in Gerontology, which I had to have her explain to me what that was, and Doctor of Philosophy in Psychology, Applied Cognitive Aging, all from the University of Akron. It is my extreme pleasure and honor to introduce to you for the first time publicly the new president of Missouri Western State University, Dr. Elizabeth Kennedy.
Good morning. Thank you, Chair Tiemann. Good morning. First, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Chair Tiemann, to our Vice Chair Ebersold, and to the entire Missouri Western Board of Governors for their support and confidence in me to assume the role of President of Missouri Western State University. I embrace that confidence in me and my leadership as an opportunity to perform, to lead Missouri Western forward with clear direction and sure purpose. Missouri Western has a long and proud tradition of delivering high-quality education to students, and this was abundantly clear to me from the moment I joined the Griffin family. I have been incredibly impressed by the level of dedication, expertise, and talent demonstrated by our faculty and our staff across such a variety of domains. And most importantly, from day one, I have witnessed the great value our university places on our students, the care, the nurturing, the relentless focus on their success in and out of the classroom. That is the cornerstone of our work. Our mission says it all. Missouri Western State University is a state-centered learning community preparing individuals for lives of excellence through applied learning. Becoming part of the Griffin family has truly felt like a homecoming for me. I have been welcomed and supported by so many folks here, which has meant so very much to me. And that warm welcome and strong support, however, has extended beyond our campus boundaries to the St. Joseph community, of which I am also very proud to be a member. And importantly, also from the entire region, from business, industry, community members and leaders, and our elected officials. The overwhelming support that I have witnessed for Missouri Western and what we are doing has been tremendous. And I am very appreciative of that as well. I am eager to continue building those relationships, building partnerships, and establishing stronger collaborations for the betterment of both Missouri Western and our entire community. Finally, I cherish this appointment as both an honor and an obligation. That my work as president will be to ensure that our mission of being an open access, applied learning institution with strong focus on high quality, technology-based and professional degree programs remains vibrant and tangible. That is, to provide the life-changing, transformational impact that higher education can have on individuals, their families, and our community. To move Missouri Western State University forward with clear direction and sure purpose. That is our work, in which I am both eager to be leader and participant. Thank you. That's a really great question, Marcus. Thank you. What a great way to start. I think higher education right now is in a process of evolution, and I think probably started before the pandemic, but certainly been encouraged and spurred forward with that. One of the things that I've seen is for higher education to survive, we do need to evolve. And one of the things we have to do is to reach down into our K through 12 system and make sure we're getting students and bringing them up sooner through initiatives such as Early College Academy. But we also have to look forward and go for the folks that have been out of high school, didn't go to college and are in need of a career, as well as people who are changing careers, stopping out, coming back, and those kinds of things. I see higher education as really being more infused with the business, industry, community partners than it's ever been, because I think it really does take all of our efforts to promote educational opportunities. I see the role of Missouri Western particularly as critical to workforce development, what we're doing in our region, and how we can provide the highly skilled, highly trained workers that we need to meet the demands of our employers in the region. Well, I will share this. I have had a few interim roles in my current career. I've been interim dean, interim associate dean, and interim president. And as I mentioned to Chair Tiemann when they first offered me the position, I've never viewed interim as anything other than an adjective. I'm not a placeholder. I tend to get to work. And I was thinking about this when I was on my way in. When people ask you, what do you do as president or a dean or a department chair, you just pretty much say everything. I just go to work and do what I know is best. I am very fortunate I have a strong cabinet, a strong leadership team, and a dedicated faculty and staff that makes it easier to do what we need to do. But interim has never meant anything to me other than an adjective. Well, I think probably the largest challenge was dealing with the pandemic. You know, if you think about it, and I mentioned this to folks when I'm talking, you know, the pandemic has really tested our tolerance for ambiguity. You know, we're right now in February planning for fall, for August. What is that going to look like? If you think back to July, what was this fastball going to look like? And keeping the campus both safe, open, operational, engaging for our students, both on the academic side as well as the collegiate experience side, that was a huge challenge dealing with that. Obviously then that leads itself into how do you deliver education that you have been doing for years face-to-face in traditional formats? How do you make sure that that meets student needs, demand, and is also high quality? And how do we protect?
Well, it's been a point of discussion since the beginning. I mean, as Dr. Kennedy said, she did not view herself as a placeholder. There may have been some initial view on that, certainly. We had to see how that was going to play out, but it's been a point of discussion for several months. Have interacted and sought input from various stakeholders here, whether it be faculty, staff, students, alumni, the community as a whole, and universally the support for the job she was doing was there, demonstrated by the number of calls and text I received last night. It's unfortunate that, because we would have had an overflow crowd here today. The excitement was there. The question I got the most in the last couple of months was, when are you going to do this? Why haven't you done this yet? I said, this is the singular most important job of the Board of Governors. Our job is not to micromanage. We are not in the business of higher education. We do not understand all of the unique aspects of that. We come with different backgrounds and come to this all with the commonality of a love for Missouri Western and for this community, and it's to collectively come up with what we think is the right person to lead us. And the interaction that we have had with Dr. Kennedy during that time, it just became a matter of time. For everyone that's asking me why now, I've got more or had more questions of why wasn't it sooner. So we did feel it was the right time. It was, as we look forward to next academic year, as the planning is being done for that, we felt like it gave her the right tools now to be able to move those plans forward. We talked about it a lot because this is a decision that we do not take lightly. This is our top responsibility. There are no guarantees in life with anything, but we felt this was the right person, the right time, and the 6 months that she had served as interim president certainly pushed us way past the decision line on what the future is. I had alluded to the protocols that were developed here on campus with the dashboard, the regularly scheduled updates of testing and the numbers of positives and other information was readily available. Her leadership push for getting early testing in here, as evidenced by what our athletic teams were able to do, the partnership with elected officials, but also with private industry to really ramp those things up. But it kind of ties back to the three key things that are pretty interrelated, that when we were discussing her, is that Dr. Kennedy is a connector, a unifier, and a healer. And we needed some healing here. And she has a unique skill set and personality that is bringing people together. We've had some tough times. We have had financial issues to deal with that we're still dealing with. We have cut programs that were dear to a lot of people. It has impacted people personally that we care about: faculty, staff, students. These are our friends, our family, it's our community members, things that we believe needed to be done, but doesn't make them less difficult. And with Dr. Kennedy at the helm, we have seen clear direction of trying to bring all those groups back together. It doesn't happen overnight, but in 6 months, we have seen just tremendous movement and growth in those areas. And we think that's even going to increase exponentially now that the interim tag is removed from her, and she will have a 3-year contract to lead us and move forward. Those are things that are talked about all the time. Even when cutting's going on, there's always discussion of how do we build. One of the comments, or I almost should say it's more than a slogan, more of a mantra of Dr. Kennedy, is she says you cannot cut yourself, or you cannot cut to success. We had to do cuts to get healthy, but the ultimate goal is to build back. It may not look exactly the same, but yes, the goal and the work that we are all trying to work together on is to get enrollment back to numbers that we feel are more appropriate for our university, to add programs that are sustainable, that make sense for job creation. It's to work towards all those things, but we have to heal and then grow. But yes, we don't have a specific time frame with that, but I can tell you that every time I talk to Dr. Kennedy and her team, what my plans and dreams are, theirs are bigger. They're very ambitious with that, and the future for Missouri Western in this community is tremendously exciting, and it got a lot better today. Thank you all. I appreciate everyone being here. It's a celebration. We look forward to we can have a true reception for this when we can have everybody back on campus and celebrate all the wonderful things that we have here, our students, our activities, and everything. But I do appreciate everyone being here to participate in our excitement. Thank you.